Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, and also the vast majority of crypto and finance. And guys, we have a lot to go over. But before we dive on in, I hope everybody is having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. I know that the holiday season is here. I know that a lot of people will be traveling. I know that a lot of people will be enjoying their day. I hope everybody has a great day nonetheless. Honestly, what's crazy about this market right now is we have seen some incredible news. We have seen some terrible news, and we've seen everything in between. But listen, outside of price action, it has been a very, very exciting time in this market, and I don't think anyone would disagree with me on that. I mean, this year we have seen announcement after announcement after announcement, and it's been crazy. It's been a crazy year for crypto, but it's been a crazy month as well. If we go back a year ago, we seen FTX implode this month. Now we see Binance get sued and fined, and we see CZ step down. I mean, you can't make like these things up. Like it's crazy how things align like this. But we have quite a bit of things to go over. So let's stop talking. Let's dive on in, right? So first and foremost, Johnny Dean. Now, this goes back in time a little bit. This goes back to June of this year. And he's quoting CZ. And we do see Deutsche Bank applies for digital asset license. And there's a lot of other ones, right? Soros Fund Management CEO says crypto is ripe for TradFi takeover. How about this one as well? Let the games begin. Crypto exchange backed by Citadel Securities, Fidelity, Schwab starts operations. This is EDX Markets. And listen, we know that there's been a lot more, which we will go over, but this is the overall quote here. So listen, anyone who has been paying attention knows that at some point the incumbent said, we can't kill it. It's here to stay, and decided to crush it so they could buy it up. Now, this is a year ago. Remember what I said about FTX? FTX was a seed that got planted in this market, and it was a ticking time bomb. They knew what FTX was doing. This is why I personally believe FTX got the free pass by the SEC, and then it imploded. And it shook the market to its core. But what we've seen happen, right, was all the incumbents coming out of the woodwork just months later saying, hey, we're jumping into crypto. I strongly believe that when FTX imploded, that's when they jumped in. I strongly believe that that's when they jumped in, and I think that they are here now. I think that they've been here for a while as well. Some of them at least. BlackRock, JP Morgan, for an example. They've been around this space for a very long time. They've been manipulating this market for a very long time. But listen closely to this video.
And what I think what's happening is that cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is one of the few times in history where the individual kind of front run the industry, if you will, and the hedge funds. And personally, I think that Gensler's attack on crypto is to allow the hedge funds and the Wall Streeters to come in, crash the market. They come in and then
by the way, they do that with the stock market.
And there you guys have it, right? Now, Johnny Dean just recently quoted this on November 21st because, again, it's so clear. When Larry Fink said there will be a flight to quality Bitcoin and crypto, the writing was on the wall. The incumbents are coming and taking. Just as I said on TV Payne's show, Gary Gensler's job is to crush crypto as much as possible. And once the legacy financial players like BlackRock get a larger share of the industry, the SEC will become more reasonable. And again, like, it's actually insane that all of this makes sense. Like, it all aligns perfectly. Like, think about it. We have seen this massive warpath of the SEC on crypto at the same time that we see implosions of, Terra Luna and FTX. And it marked a significant bottom in the market. But at the same time, guess what? The mainstream media powerhouse of FUD was going 24/7. Get the hell out of crypto. Stay the hell away from crypto at the full bottom. At the same time, in my opinion, the incumbents were jumping in because this is what they wanted. This is also why FTX got the free pass. But outside of this, right, we have also started to see some pretty big moves on the custody side of things, which we're going to be talking about here in a second. But before we get into that, would you rather a bank hold your crypto or would you rather hold your own crypto? I'm pretty sure I already know the answer to that. If you guys do want to go get self-custody right now, DCENT Wallet has a 40% off Black Friday sale. I mean, listen, this is truly a once a year thing. You cannot miss this. This is huge. If you guys utilize my link, you can save $50 off of DCENT Wallet and also up to $128 off the 2-pack. Listen, they don't come pre-installed with your biometric auth. You can buy this 2-pack and gift one to a loved one for Christmas so that they can finally custody their crypto. Don't let them walk blind in this market. Protect yourself, protect your wealth. If you guys do want to go check this out, links down in the description below as well as in the comments below. Outside of this though, like I said, custody services. This is why I cold storage my crypto, because we are starting to see the big players jumping into the space and their path is so clear on what they want to do, right? So we see here, HSBC taps Ripple's Medico to launch security token custody. When we look at this, this is great, right, for Ripple and for possibly even XRP. But at the end of the day, what this is telling me is that the big players are out. This is November 8th. We've already talked about this. We've discussed this, right? I've made a tweet regarding this because it's not just HSBC. Listen, when we look at Medico, Medico is the big player. I even said it here. Ripple has already cornered the crypto custody market through their acquisition of Medico. BNP Paribas, back in the summer of 2022, announced that they were tapped in with Medico for custody solutions. They have $13 trillion in assets under custody. Also back in 2021, Cases, which has over $4.9 trillion in assets under custody, was also working with Medico. Other companies around the space are playing checkers while Ripple is playing chess. And again, like this is why I say like Ripple is cornering that $10 trillion possible crypto custody market. And we even see like Brad Garlinghouse expects $10 trillion to come onto the XRP ledger from the custody digital asset market. Now, again, we don't know if that's going to boost XRP's price or not, but it is going to definitely provide a ton of demand because even David Schwartz said like, you want something to be able to settle anything of value, especially like tokenized assets and tokenized, currencies, whatever the case may be. Like you want something to be able to settle that, and XRP is the key piece to that, in my opinion. But beyond that, right? We also seen this. Shout out to Nerd Nation on Box. Back on November 20th, he just put this out. So on August 24th, Gary Gensler met with Northern Trust representatives. Northern Trust partnered with Standard Chartered to launch Zodia Custody, who has collaborated and partnered with Medico, which was acquired by Ripple this year. Zodia Custody was incubated under SC Ventures, Standard Chartered, which is also an investor in Ripple. Both Zodia Custody and Standard Chartered were present at Ripple Swell 2023. Look at this. Meeting with Northern Trust. You can see all of the big players here. Over here, Northern Trust has been a leading innovator in the digital transformation of security servicing. Again, they already tapped into Ripple, but also from pioneering the use of blockchain technology in private equity fund administration in 2017 to support for the tokenization and fractionalization of bonds in 2020, and partnering in the launch of institutional grade crypto asset custodian Zodia Custody in 2021. And then also over here, Zodia's collaboration with Medico allows us to safeguard and manage crypto assets for institutions. Medico Harmonize allows us to co-innovate and build on top of a secure, flexible, and modular platform, providing Zodia with an agile infrastructure equally fit for the regulations and conditions currently in place, but also for any possible future ones. And then also, last but not least, you have the key players there at Ripple Swell. And again, this was preparing for a tokenized economy. When we look at Ripple, they've already won. I've talked about this already. Like, as we look at this space, it's insane to me that people don't actually see the painting on the wall, right? Like, this has all come together at a significant time. The SEC lawsuit against Ripple and XRP, in my opinion, was all nonsense. I think that it was just all one big show to slow things down so that things could catch up. And remember what we recently just seen from Adrian Tresani, who's the CEO of Medico. He just talked at Ripple Swell saying that once you have custody services in place, you can do anything. The sky's the limit. Use cases will flood into the space from the institutional side of things, meaning they'll tap into securities settlement and clearing. They'll tap into securities tokenization, for an example. They'll tap into anything, liquidity management, line of credit, things like that. Like, all of this is coming together at a perfect time in the market. And also, we just got this big announcement from Medico. BBVA Switzerland has expanded its partnership with Medico as it seeks to accelerate its digital asset offerings to institutional clients. They are here. The flood is happening. And it all started with Binance being sued. Why? Because Binance was one of the largest players in the space, the largest exchange. And now that it's coming under compliance, the space is maturing. Institutions are waiting on standby. They're ready. They've been ready. The big players are here. And we even see down here, BBVA in Switzerland was the first tier 1 bank in the Eurozone to provide custody and trading services for cryptocurrencies. Under a combined portfolio across traditional and digital assets, this service was previously awarded the Celent Model Wealth Manager 2022 accolade. As part of its extended relationship, BBVA Switzerland successfully migrated its digital asset operations to the latest version of Medico Harmonized, consumed as a SaaS model, and fully integrated into Avalok's core banking system. This will allow BBVA to further develop its digital asset capabilities, and it will allow the bank to support future business use cases in the realm of digital assets, such as the expansion into institutional digital asset services. Alfonso Gomez, the CEO of BBVA in Switzerland, highlights our partnership with Medico, which will fully integrate our existing infrastructure within Avalok, allows us to stay ahead of the market, offering the most secure and compliant infrastructure. Listen, this is what I am telling you. The custody service for institutional demand is here, which means they can only build upon this. This is the foundation. Now these institutions are going to tap into this and build the house. This is exciting. The commitment to technology, key to expanding digital asset services for institutions. BBVA in Switzerland has successfully migrated its digital asset operations to Medico's institutional-grade digital asset custody and orchestration platform, Harmonize, which is fully integrated on Avalok's crypto assets platform and core banking system. This infrastructure will allow BBVA to further develop its digital asset and private key custody capabilities. Again, this is the first tier 1 bank in the Eurozone to provide custody and trading services for cryptocurrencies. And this is all a software as a service model. Again, this is very, very exciting. And we do see Medico and BBVA Switzerland have had a long-standing history of partnership. And we are proud to bring our partnership to new heights. Imagine what's going to happen next, right? Because these are just key players that were tapped in along the way. But beyond that, understand that BBVA is a giant. They are an absolute giant. Again, we already know some of the statistics behind them. They are a crucial player, and they are all tapped in for this new era of banking, finance. I mean, you name it. Like, this is the future being built before our eyes. And when we actually look at BBVA over here in terms of their Wikipedia page, we could see that, one, they have 89.3 million customers. Their overall assets amounted to 713 billion euros, and it's the second largest Spanish financial institution by volume of assets. They also were ranked in 2018 the 42nd largest bank in the world by total assets. So now they're starting to expand rapidly. And this partnership with Medico, well, it's only going to let them expand even more and faster. And we can actually see their total assets over here. We can see the net income and even total equity as well. Chad Steingraber, how big is BBVA Switzerland? Well, BBVA is Spain's second largest banking group with a large international presence through independently funded subsidiaries. Here you guys have their total assets, total equity. We've already really kind of talked about it, but now they're becoming a digital asset enabled bank. Like, this is very significant. And we even see down here that this move aligns BBVA Switzerland with other major financial players such as HSBC and Germany's DZ Bank, which also recently established digital asset custody services using Medico's technology. Again, it's all being tapped in with Medico, and it's all exposed with Ripple and XRP. And also over here, BBVA collaborates in the first international instant payment pilot led by Iberpay and Swift. It's insane. Their ultimate goal is to improve these international payments involving currency exchange in terms of speed, transparency, cost, availability, and accessibility. And do you honestly believe in coincidences in this space? Because I don't. And last but not least, here you guys have from the CEO, we are clearly one of the most efficient and profitable banks in Europe. Shout out to XRP Drop for this. Excellent results in the first 9 months of 2023. Net profit 5.96 billion euros, 24% increase versus 2022. Recurring revenue in Mexico and Spain were profitable. Growth increase of the loan portfolio by 8%. 8.3 million new customers. Channeled 49 billion euros of sustainable business Q1 to Q3. Return on tangible equity reaching 177%. Check this out.
Achieved excellent results in the first 9 months of 2023, reaching a net attributable profit of 5.96 billion euros. This represents a 24% increase versus last year, thanks to the very positive evolution of recurring revenue, particularly in Mexico and Spain. We are clearly delivering on our strategy of profitable growth. On growth, the greater level of activity allowed us to increase our loan portfolio by 8% over the past year. Furthermore, we acquired 8.3 million new customers and channeled 49 billion euros of sustainable business between January and September. We are growing, and we are growing in a profitable manner with a return on tangible equity reaching 17% in the last quarter. With this, we are clearly one of the most efficient and profitable banks in Europe. These earnings also allow us to create value for all of our stakeholders and contribute to the well-being of the society as a whole. We allocate approximately 1/3 of our pre-tax profit, first to taxes, another third to future economic growth in the form of lending to our customers. And we dedicate the remaining third to compensating our nearly 800,000 shareholders, many of whom are small individual savers. The results we are presenting today are what make our contribution to society possible, a cause that which we are firmly committed.
And there you guys have it. And again, like, all of this was set up since day one. Like, listen, everything that we have seen in this market, you could tie back to the original game plan. And Ripple has always been a part of that. I've talked about it. I've talked about all these connections with Ripple, the BIS, the IMF, the World Bank. Like, it's all happening now. The incumbents are here. The big giants are here. They're tapping in. It's all happening. It's accelerating. Binance, FTX, all of these big events that are extremely bearish for most, they're dominoes falling into place. They're the dominoes falling in order for the new crypto space to rise. And I've talked about what that is. It's a fully regulated, utility-driven market. And that's what we're waiting for. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Peace out.